Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. You're welcome to day 9 of the 30-day backtest challenge with Divine Crypto, which is a challenge to aid struggling traders who are finding it difficult interpreting price action and having a working edge for themselves. All and what we've been doing on and across the series has been studying through previous price action and understanding the reasons why price reacted, how it reacted, and this is day 9. We were supposed to hold day 9 yesterday due to one or two technical issues we couldn't. And right on here today, what I'll be sharing is a very simple study process where we can extract a simple strategy to catch the next 10x altcoin. Because in the last session, I made mention of something which was that various altcoins at this point in time are, taking a turn, taking a specific move of price action. So if we're able to study the price that has already delivered or the strategy that these altcoins that have already yielded exhibited, then very well we can now use that to prep up and wait on for some other altcoins that will be moving. And today I would like to share my screen with most times we've been drilling only um, Bitcoin. If you are just joining us on this session, if you are just coming across this video anytime, kindly hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more crypto related and very valuable educational programs, videos, resources, content, and materials from Divine Crypto. So now over here, this is the price move with which we are, studying out today's price action. And what we really want to know is why or how price would have, taken us in at this point. Because um, truth of the matter is, this price has been on a low for like a very long time. Yes, a very long time. But you can see that at the break above this point, at the break above this point, price began creating newer highs. So very well, this is a model that price is saying something that we can previously literally just study and take note of it and add to the bag of methodologies and models to trading. So now we can see that price is creating us a downtrend or created us a downtrend. So, but one of the places your eyes would have to be very well is this price action that occurred around here. So now we have price moving in this way internally, creating us these structures filled with various mini structural points and various other price action delivery. So now I don't want to go. Okay, let me just take note of everything that's meant to be taken note of, because really the truth is uh, these patterns they do matter. All right, so this is the downward play of price action over here, and this is what we should take note of and study, because we are seeing that this is not the second time price is giving us this. Sorry, this is not the first time price is giving us this price action and it's giving us this delivery. So there must be something with this particular pattern that we are seeing here. Um, Now, one thing to take note of is major information, which is okay, this high, this low, this high, and price coming down to break beyond this low point to tap into this point and break back above this high. That should be things we take note of on this particular study to enable us craft a model, because this was what price displayed or delivered for us. So now, after the break above this point, look at where exactly price came back into. This point here that is presenting us a very, very small imbalance or area of imbalance or fair value gap, whichever your trading syllables and vocabulary can um, quantify it as. But what I am taking note of is also this whole movement here, because really these days I've been noticing something about inverse price structures where price would respect a price or a point or a structure point that has already been validated by price action, which is for me this other block, this high. So, but then it's representing or represented as this fair value gap here. And that's one of the conference reasons to add to see that, oh, fair value gap is coming in at the um, forward or forefront of some of these structure points that may be invalid, because you can see this doji candle here and price um, breaking below this low and coming back here. We are expecting price to continue to the fall to the downside. So having it be that, oh, over here didn't hold, that means there is some level of liquidity over here. But now, in actuality, this model has to be properly studied before all of these facts can be called real per se. But this is just what we are observing from this. Should we come across multiple other case studies of this price action representing itself with these deliveries, then very well we can now stamp it on the head and say, oh, this is what and what we should see on this price action for us to take this trade or for us to validate this entry. Now I'll be backdating price a little bit. This is a very, very simple model. There is no need to speak too much English. It's a very clear chart that we are all seeing price do these things. And what I'm basically just doing on my end is taking note of these price action and interpreting them with the understanding of my or basic trading concepts and technologies that we are all familiar with. Hmm, okay, all right. So here's our structure, and I don't know, but I have something for those doji candles now, because take a look at this point too, at the position of the doji. That's where price came to tap into move to the upside. So is that something these market makers are not telling us? So now about doji candlesticks. Now, this is on the 4 hour time frame, and we can see, okay, price clearly breaking above that um, structure point and also clearly breaking above this structure point. So, but now, in all honesty, how would have and how would anyone have known that this would have been the exact point where price would be respecting to and reversing from? Well, this is why we are having this backtest session to take note of the pointers Pride made for us across price action delivery on various time frames. And we're going to like make sense out of price action and take the data that we extract, store it, and come, or when we come across another of such, we also compare and contrast the material we or data we receive. Well, good. All right. Now this on the 1 hour time frame. And on the 1 hour time frame, okay, one thing I want to take note of is this double top, double bottom, sorry, that's presented here after the break above this point. And this double bottom that's presented that started this whole, you know, mini uptrend to the upside. So now, as we are cutting across this strategy, one other thing to notice at the creation of in a lower time frame, at the creation of this, structural move to the upside, we should be looking towards the lows of where created that move because that was the zigzag impulse that broke above this point. Now, taking note of this. Oh no, no, no. Sorry. Let me take this out, please. All right. So taking note of this, you can see that on the 1 hour time frame, this was where price came back into tap from. But let's further backdate this previously so that we can get clear hint on our entry. And one other thing is, if you were here on the last session, there's something I want to share that's also common, which is yes, we've talked about how price drilled from higher time frame, break structure, create us those bottom patterns we saw, then also how we now are able to see, oh, this is where broke structure, and this was where most likely the liquidity would have come back into. But now, courtesy of all of those, you don't have to just rely on it. Yesterday, we talked about something where we shared another model or another section or another fact where there has to be, a liquidity pool also towards this upside if whatever point we are looking at over here is to hold. That's another thing to add to the bag. I am pretty much on these lives, trying to not take too much of the time because I know we are just back testing. We get so for that reason, it is said that over and across this life period, whatever models we are studying, we are learning from, the data, like actual drill, will be extracted. And these are things that will be properly structured or constructed so that they benefit you, they are easy to comprehend, and they hold the data that we need them to hold for the purpose we need them for, which is having it be that over and across this 30-day period, we compare and contrast this concept, model, and strategies that we've studied over and across this period and extract working models based off repeated historical data. And the compendium where I'll be compiling all the pointers and factors, confluence reasons for these studies, models, and strategies that we are taking on this session will be shared to members of the Divine Freedom community once it is available. So please Find a way. If you're watching this at any point in time, you can join the community and request for that material, and it will be made available to you. Now, back to what I was sharing. This right here is that point of liquidity to being created. But I think on this point, I'm seeing that we were price invalidated the high. All right. So that's some other thing to take note of on this whole price delivery. Now, um, moving further, yes, price has broken this point very voraciously and still giving hints to come back to the downside. Now, let's check on lesser time frames to see. Now, on the 15-minute time frame, uh, let's see what we have on the 15-minute time frame. So this is with a high of 595, sorry. Let me get this candle correctly. Let me know. Oh, there are multiple candles there. I would have said I want to get the high of the highest candle so that we take note of what occurred there. High is 5936 and the high here is 5936 also. So now this is noted that an equal high has to be created, and now yeah, for that equal high, see something which is this point is the point that pushed break past that equal high. One, two, this point had also grabbed mini liquidity from this low or on this low. So now these are like major other reasons that we are discovering for this model to work, which Sorry for the break in transmission. Welcome back. Let me quickly share back up my screen. Let's wrap it up for today. This is day 9 of the 30-day backtest challenge with the line crypto, which is a challenge aimed at helping struggling traders study and understand from previous price action how they can create themselves a working model. We drilled how price delivery would or should be from the high time frame, structure breaks, and how to take note of the area which our POI would be centered around or centered about. And over here now, we're looking at going on lesser time frames to um, refine the possible area of entries that we will be working with or we could be working with. Sorry, but you can hear me very well. I don't know why this is refusing to load up price. Let's check our time frame, 10 minutes, and see. Uh, because really, the aim for us is taking note of, where would have been the best place or the best possible place to join in on the trade to the upside, courtesy of what price has presented us so far. So if on the 15 minutes we're able to get a good entry point, no challenge. God, I didn't know my audio was in and sharing price action and the details on the lower time frame or for the lower time frame. So, but really, what I was just sharing was okay. We pointed out on the 5 minute time frame. I go back into it for purpose of the um, audio cuts we had, and on the 5 minute time frame, you can still see that okay, yes, price created us an order block at that point where we are having our eyes on this price action and into um, mhm, so yeah, this is the point I'm talking about. Yeah, this is the point I'm talking about. So yeah, this would have been the entry OP, and this right here would have been the exit, and we would have had a very much manageable risk exposure. But I thought to let price breathe and have small space to deal from at certain times to avoid triggers, because that's one thing market makers do. They like triggers. So you might just see that this trade or this buy might actually go your way, but simply because your entries were very much minute, you get stopped out of the way. So this was what we shared earlier on, courtesy of the audio blip, and on the higher time frame, we're looking to see where this point would actually yield on price. And for the entry points, I want to modify them so that it is according to really this would have been the best way to leave this stop. If I want to note it down here, it will still look very, very small in my eyes, because the model of how I work is wherever it is that your price gets into our price plus point, I would leave a little gap to allow price breathe on its delivery. So now over here we've studied and extracted the features of this model working, courtesy of this price um, study that we just had here. So now uh, let's see to know if you know we got tagged in, and very well, yes, we got tagged in on this after that whole drill. So now what we're doing is running it back. This will be where um, it would be nice to take out yields from rather. So now running it back to extracting from the origin of this whole price action to the break above this hit level, and they retest this point and the market structure on the lower time frame, and price breaking and yielding to this point. All these tiny little details that matter, as I shared, will be compiled over and across this 30-day backtest challenge. For each and every model or strategy we study per day, we will compile these details into a compendium, and that will be shared to the members of the Divine Trader community at the end of this program. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time, same place at Divine Crypto on YouTube.